This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to another edition of some Edmonton Oilers talks here on the channel. And today, of course, previewing the Dallas Stars game. Now, this one gets underway 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It's the Oilers versus the Stars in Edmonton. Of course, that's a huge, probably bonus for the Oilers after being in California, going 1-1-1. Nice little, you know what, split the 3 points. Not a bad trip to California realistically, but now we get to do a little bit of home cooking against the Dallas Stars. Dallas, let's go grab their standings quickly. Dallas Stars standings, and I will tell you a little bit about what I'm thinking about Dallas Stars. So right now they're kind of middle of the pack. They're in the Central Division, 4 points out of second, but also only 7 points out of last, right? So Dallas, an opponent we're hoping to kind of take by surprise and hopefully put up some big numbers in the offensive goal column. And that leads me right to the first topic for today's video. Of course, previewing the game. How can you not preview when Alex Chiasson is on the top line for the Oilers today with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl? That was the morning skate line, so we'll see if that holds 100% true. I'm sure it will be to start the game for Ken Hitchcock. He's been pretty reliable for what he puts in morning skate is what you see to start that game that evening. So Connor McDavid, of course, 33 points in 23 games. There's no doubting what this guy can do at this point, right? We know Connor McDavid is going to be a leader, whether he has a good winger, bad winger, no winger. Give him time, give him space, it's over. Draisaitl, same thing, 26 points, 23 games. It's all good. Chiasson, though. This is where the absolute surprise comes in for a lot of Edmonton Oilers fans, myself included. A PTO guy, Cup winner last year, so you know he has the experience to get it done per se. But he comes in Edmonton on a PTO, gets the job done, gets a contract, right? That's the big bonus right there. He did get a contract, so he earned his right to play for us. Gets into the games a little bit later into the season than most of the guys in the lineup. Suddenly, he's got 10 goals, 2 assists in 17 games played. Now Chiasson, a guy that has played up and down the lineup so far this year, comes in, gets 12 points in 17 games. There is not a player with a better points per game that isn't McDavid or Draisaitl in terms of Chiasson, right? So you see Oscar Klefbom's got 10 assists in 23 games. That's defense. And then anyone else, I mean, Drake Caggiula kind of surprised us earlier. A little bit of a hot streak playing with McDavid and whoever, McDavid and Nuge, McDavid and Dry, whatever. But he only has 9 points in 19 games. So Chiasson, the new guy to maybe answer the call on that first line as our guy who gets it done on the right wing. Now, of course, you're going to look at me and you're going to, oh man, this guy's talking typical Oilers talk where, oh man, we found our solution. Ty Ratty's the solution. Alex Chiasson's the solution. Drake Caggiula's the solution. Well, guess what? You know what? You keep trying things until it works. And what I'm going to go on and throw your guys' way is I ran a poll earlier today when I was out on deliveries when I had a little bit of time, and I said finally we get to see Chiasson on the top line with McDavid and Draisaitl by the looks of it, right? I already quoted myself on that one. Will this line be the one for the Oilers? So I'm not necessarily saying that Chiasson's going to score all the goals and get it done. I'm saying will this line be the one, right? So if Chiasson can all of a sudden get 2 assists and a goal tonight, hey, you know what? Everyone's looking, oh my God, he's a goal scorer. But 2 assists speaks louder than everything else on my mind when you're playing with McDavid and Draisaitl, right? If you're feeding those two the puck, it's no problem. They can bury it. But it's a matter of you getting the point, whether it be a goal or an assist on that right wing with those two. So 43% of you on 21 votes. Of course, if you want to vote on the poll, it's available on @DolynnyTV on Twitter. 43% took the yes option. 33% said no. So that leaves a big chunk. What's option number 3 on my poll? Option number 3 is sell me on it. Now why I put that option is basically these guys have to play together, play a game, and like I said, does Chiasson get no points and McDavid and Draisaitl continue to do their thing, breakaway goals kind of deal? Or is it Chiasson puts up a goal and 2 assists, gets 3 points, looks sharp up there, goes to the dirty areas, and McDavid and Draisaitl capitalize because of it? That's kind of what I'm asking, right? So sell me on it is going to be essentially what 24% of respondents are looking for when it comes to Chiasson performing on the top line. So the other big piece of news, you guys know how absolutely excited I get when I hear these magical words for the Edmonton Oilers. This tweet courtesy of Jack Michaels. Garrison and Benning will play tonight. I'm sorry, I mentioned Benning. Don't get upset. It's what the Oilers are doing, not me. I don't want Benning in there. That's not what I get absolutely excited about. What I get excited about is the third sentence. Of course, second sentence is Gravel and Wideman are out. Fair enough. You know what? Gravel's played a lot of time, and Wideman, we know what happened there. Koskinen, however. Koskinen starts versus Dallas, and that's exactly what gets me excited, boys. Koskinen back in net, and now it is just looking free and clear. Koskinen's got the net, and it is his to 100% run with. Cam Talbot 0-6 in his last 6 games. Yeah, it is the Mikko Koskinen show this year, boys. And now we're along for the ride, and I can't wait to see what Mikko Koskinen does against the Dallas Stars, who are averaging, if I can average out the math in my head, 48, just under 3 goals a game, about a clip that I would say, calculator, 68 divided by 24 is 2.833, so 2.84 goals per game. Dallas Stars, they've got a good offense, and I mean their defense is pretty much essentially the goals against, goaltending defense sits at a 66, so that's why they're above 500, right? That's an easy stat to look at and say that should be an above 500 club. However, we are the Edmonton Oilers. Our offensive prowess is huge. Now, you talk about the Dallas Stars, who I believe Ben Bishop is still out in terms of things. I wasn't able to find anything on the Dallas Stars. I never am. I don't know how to search up Twitter in the Americas as well as the guy my stature should be able to. But realistically, like if we've got Mikko Koskinen in net and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl up front working together, there's no reason our offense can't blow up the Stars goaltending a little bit more than 2.84 goals per game, right? That's what I'm saying. So as simple as that, it is that. So now it kind of comes down to Mikko Koskinen, show and prove. He's done it so far. I'll look for that to continue again today. And anything else you need to know about the lines, Bob Stauffer's lines. Of course, Jack Michael quoted Bob Stauffer's tweet, so here's the lines from Morning Skate. Kajula, RNH, and Puljujarvi. Kajula, I believe I've read quite a few good quotes. Kajula is saying, man, if Puljujarvi comes in with confidence on me and Nuge's line, we are going to tear it up. Forget Draisaitl and McDavid and Chiasson. We're going to be the impact line tonight. So that's, again, going right back into Ken Hitchcock's lines about Puljujarvi needing to grow under him and play his style of game to grow his own game, right? So essentially, I think Puljujarvi's getting the shot he needs, and if it fails after tonight, fails after another game, I think even as much as Ken Hitchcock wants to see Jesse Puljujarvi grow in the NHL under his leadership, I believe Jesse Puljujarvi is probably going to go back to the AHL. If it's for a month stint or a month and a half stint, I'm not sold on him being down there all year. I'm sold on him being down there as my guest from yesterday from Edmonton Future Watch, Matt Moskowitz, was talking about dominating. It's as simple as that. All he has to do is dominate the AHL, go and get his confidence sky high, and then come up and continue to play that exact game. Don't show the NHL respect. You're there. You belong there. Own it. That's all Jesse Puljujarvi has to do. And that's what I think right now Ken Hitchcock is giving them the decision between. Do you want to have to go and do that route, or do you want to do it right now, do it with Kajula and RNH, and get the job done with us in the NHL and win hockey games for the Edmonton Oilers? That's as simple as it is, right? I think if you're going to argue with me on that one, you're a little bit out to lunch, in my opinion, but I don't know. That's where you guys come in the comment section down below. And the only other big lineup notes you need to know about, obviously Ryan Spooner still in the lineup, and this is the thing, right? That third, fourth line, Lucic, Brodziak, Kazi, and I still call them a third, fourth line because it depends on what Ken Hitchcock's dictating they do out there. Depends what style line they are. If they're an energy line, they're a fourth line. If they're a third line, they're checking, shutting down, and getting the job done. And that's what the majority of their shifts under Ken Hitchcock have been. Now, my thought on that line, they've looked sharp in every single Ken Hitchcock game so far. Man, that is the best combination we have put together all season in terms of 3-game consistency out of my estimation. Now, When it comes down to what that line needs to do better, it's as simple as we've been saying about Milan Lucic for the past year. Lucic starts scoring goals, that line goes from here to here. It would be unreal if Lucic could start scoring goals on that line. I don't even want to imagine how dominant, especially if Kajula, RNH, and Puljujarvi click, and Draisaitl, McDavid, Chiasson click, how dominant of a top 9 forward group the Edmonton Oilers would have with Lucic scoring occasionally every second, third game on the third, fourth line, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the task is, they get it done, and that's what I love about them. Now, the fourth line, yes, sir, that's what we're calling it. Kara, Ryan Spooner, and of course, Russell as well, Patrick Russell. So it's going to be fun to see what they can do. Ty Ratty, the odd man out, according to pregame skates, so we'll see if anything's changed in terms of that. Patrick Russell draws back in the lineup. I liked him in Calgary. Loved him in the game in Calgary, and we're going to see what he can continue to bring, especially with new line mates in Ryan Spooner. So guys, that's where I'm going to leave you. My preview, that's the preview. I think as simple as now everything becomes the rest of my home is the fact that the Oilers just need to, as I said, offensively explode, go out, get the job done. Mikko Koskinen needs to back them up, and we are good. Things I'm looking for, quickly, Benning, don't blow it. Larson, play some defense when you're one-on-one. And like I said, Chiasson, go out there and show and prove. Guys, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Anything I missed, anything you want to add, get it in the comments section down below. I am up on out of here.